Hello, this week I was working on this large tiered cake and it had all these beautiful decorations. Luckily, I was the one who was cutting the cake, so I was able to save them, at least partially. And now I'm going to make something memorable. This is like display version of it, so a person could like save it and enjoy and remember their special day. So let's start. I'm going to cover this in fondant, same way I did for the cake, but like smaller. And then we're gonna place the decorations, add the details. It should be fun. Okay, I cleaned up everything that we don't need. We don't need the decorations yet. And we need to glue our dummies together because we need tall tiers. This is 4-inch. So I just use double tape. This is where all the candles went, all 50 of them. Okay, this is our bottom one. We just glue them together. And usually I would cover them in some frosting like ganache or like buttercream and then do the fondant. But because I want it to be like shelf stable and not go bad, moldy or something, I haven't decided yet, am I going to use a shortening or maybe a piping gel? This is a mold I've used for the top one. This is so cool. And I'm going to use paneling method, paneling method. So we are going to cover the top and then just roll it. We're going to use all vegetable shortening. Then cover the top. Place better when you pull down. It's just like too soft for me. I don't know how people work with it. So it's a straight line. Okay, like this. This goes here, and now we're gonna do the fun part. Same, we're gonna cover the top first. Okay. Okay, so this is our old black. We're going to add CMC for this design for sure. Okay, and then I'm going to add this and try not to knead it too much. So I connected them together, then I twist and like stretch and then twist and then like stretch. That's it. That's it. This is the way to get a nice marble. Yes, super pretty. What is it? Okay. And usually when you make a marble, you're like, oh wow, so pretty. And then you turn around and it's even better. But no, not in my case today. Anyway, now we need a rectangle. We need some cornstarch. It doesn't stick. And then you just roll it. So we need it. Okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna get our mat back. This is our front. I don't want it to be too marbly. Yes. Now, the fun part. So this is our marble slab, and we are going to use culinary torch and oh, okay. I hope you will be able to see, like, there is some shine, so you can find the places that you missed. So cool. Okay, so our marble is ready. It's ready. And we need to wait for it to cool a bit. Wow. Just need to see it. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Yes. Like, see? That's what we need. We need it to crack on top. So now we need to just roll it in the direction we want. I'm not sure what direction we want. But first I'm going to add some cornstarch right everywhere. So we are not sticking. Oh wow, 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 wow. Okay. And then I'm going to roll this way. Class. Okay. This is great. Wow. I'm going to show you. Okay, like so when we roll, we kind of create this. It stretches. So we are going to cut it. Like, I shouldn't cut my table. It's time to place our marble, which is super easy.
So, I don't know what happened. Unfortunately, my camera wasn't working and I didn't film how we placed the other half of the fondant. This part you can see is very easy. You just go for it. You place the fondant and secure it in place. Then you cut the bottom and top and tear the side edges, and then you place the other half of the fondant. The opposite part that is right now laying on the table, and where the edges of these both pieces meet, you need to tear them. Since we are making a marble, a stone-like texture, no one will notice this seam. You just need to avoid making a straight line, and that's why we tear the edges. And also it helps when you try to follow with your seam the natural lines of marble that you created. And actually, it's so much easier to do on real cakes than on a dummy. And I'm really struggling here, but I've managed to do it anyway.
Okay. Okay, so we have our bottom tier and our top tier, and so the worst part, the messy one, will be our front, because it will have all the decorations, so we need something pretty for the side. 2, 3, maybe like a little to the side. So I'm going to just like really melt this layer, so she will be sticking very nice and firmly, like this. I'm going to place her here, and then the other hand, like this. Now we need to make her dress. Make the flowers. So maybe let's start with the flowers. I just rolled pieces and then arrange them there. Then you can see it's like it's almost transparent. So I just tear it so I have like fun edges. And then we have a flower that we can attach here. So we need to hide the seam first. I want to emphasize some details, some petals. So I did edit all the pieces, and now I'm going to use some vodka, black airbrush color, and we're going to just paint it.
So here I'm using a basic wash technique. I'm applying a generous amount of this diluted paint, and this liquid basically naturally flows into all the crevices and indentations. And this is helping me to enhance the texture without hand painting anything.
And now we're going to use a paper towel, and we add our vodka straight on the towel, and then we like wipe it, all of them, and this is how we get this effect. Very artistic. Now we need to make a dress. I get some Farcina modeling paste, and I'm just going to roll as large, well, as large circle as I can do, and it will be her skirt. Yes. And now we need to make the edges more round. Okay, and then let it dry a second.
And then we just need to create the pleats. I prefer to start on both ends, hiding these ends inside, and then we do like accordion folds, and we need to make these folds, these pleats lengthwise for the full length, so we will have like nice long pleats on our dress. You cannot do them only on the top, and then the bottom will be just flat fabric. It will not look nice. And that is why I prefer Saracino modeling paste, because it holds the shape really nice.
So we need to secure it really to finish this fold. Okay, spread it out more. It's too like slim. I want to spread out more. Okay, okay, to make folds larger, we're going to sculpt the folds a bit.
And this is the final result. I unfortunately didn't film how I made the bow. It's a basic bow with some ribbons. So let's add the flowers. I've actually spent like 3 hours crafting these sugar flowers, and I didn't want them to go to trash. So that's why I was super happy to come to the party and cut the cake and save them all. And at that time, I was going to make a bouquet, but she requested to have the dress included too. That's why we have this whole 2-tier cake. And to arrange the flowers on a cake, you need to choose the front, like your front picture. And when you position the flowers, you need to arrange them so they look great from the front. And then you just need to fill up the rest so your side looks good too. And that's what I was doing. And I'm cutting all the stems because I use these roses for real cake. And for real cake, you need a longer stem, so there is more support for the flower. And now I'm thinking that I don't like the result. My two peonies are together, and there is no like clear shape of the arrangement. So I decided to took the flowers, some flowers off, cut them and rearrange them. And also usually when I use sugar flowers on a cake, like arrange a bouquet or something, I use wafer paper, full leaves, or just like for random pieces, because wafer paper is flexible and this gum paste is already dried and it's very fragile. You cannot squeeze them together, and with wafer paper, you can just fill all the empty spaces and the arrangement will look more full. That's what I'm struggling right here. You can see the space between the flowers, and I don't have enough leaves, so I'm just trying to fill everything and to make it look very full. And I'm really happy I've made these super fun glittery balls. And on the inspiration cake, there were like berries, but I decided to use these glitter balls because they're super fun and they add this cool accent because they shimmer, they are sparkling. And with this type of cake, I don't know when to stop. You just arrange, rearrange, look from all the sides, and until you're happy. And this is the final cake. I hope you love all the details, and thank you for watching.